afternoon and welcome back to the touchline here on Y254. Robert Osoro alongside Maxwell Wasike. And joining us here on set for the very first time, nepotism plays a big role. My brother, just be on set. Welcome on board.
Thank you, I'm fine.
Fred Openda, a diehard Arsenal fan. And Nyambura Murithi, also a diehard Arsenal fan. They are worried today they could not go on putting on their jerseys because they are Arsenal. But the big question was today on the transfer deadline that happened on the 31st was, who are the winners, who are the losers? Do you think you're a loser or a winner?
A loser, man.
Why a loser? Because of 4-0 thrashing against Liverpool?
Not really. The season has just started. I think Arsene Wenger would have done better in the transfer window. We would have acquired the likes of Lemar to the team. And then Alexis Sanchez. This guy is running down his contract. Actually, he's the best player right now at Arsenal. The rumors are that he doesn't want to play again for Arsenal because Wenger could not let him leave for Man City. I think these will really affect the Arsenal team.
Because and if just let Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leave and
leave. How? You know, it's a sad state of affairs for Arsenal. Trust me. You leave Chamberlain go. Actually, I think Arsenal have received more transfer fees than they have spent this window, right?
Yes.
So you let Chamberlain go to Liverpool, strengthening the team, which has just beat you.
Outright rival.
Beat you. My friend, what does that tell us?
I just hinted when the show was kicking off that Arsenal looks like the biggest losers during the just concluded transfer window, and French moneybags Paris Saint-Germain are the biggest beneficiaries, having acquired services of top and high profile players who matter when it comes to European leagues. I don't know from your own end, do you read from the same script with me? And if not, what's your position?
Definitely, I read on the same script because they have acquired Neymar, they've acquired Mbappe. These are very good players. So for them, they have really gained a lot. And for us, definitely, it's a lose. As in, we can't even compare with other teams. We are the biggest losers, I think. And the way he said, we received more transfer fees than what we spent. And sometimes, for you to have a good quality team, you have to spend. Like the likes of PSG, they have good players because they have really decided to spend.
Robbie Savage wrote on the Mirror, he doesn't know what Wenger smokes when other teams are buying, is going on selling. Now,
exactly.
the big question will be, in all this, where do you put yourself? Because for the very first time in 20 years, where Arsene Wenger has been in that club since 1996, it's now 21 years, you have never failed to be in the Champions League. For the very first time, you're off the Champions League. You've never failed to be in the top 4. You're off the top 4. Where do you put yourself at the end of the season now?
Okay, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't see us making to the top 4. I don't see. Manchester United, definitely. We have Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool. And then in the mix is Manchester City. Arsenal, not really.
Tough luck.
Tough luck.
And on the transfer deadline, Fernando Llorente, Spanish international, has been plying his trade with Swansea Football Club, made a move to Tottenham Hotspur's, a situation that has been criticized by some quarters, especially football lovers, on social media platforms, that Llorente lacks what it takes to play for Spurs. I don't know from your own. And Mauricio Pochettino, the Argentine tactician, is looking forward to getting somebody who will partner Harry Kane up front. Do you think it will be a formidable pair?
Not really. I don't think Llorente adds anything to the Spurs team. Harry Kane is top. And the way Pochettino plays with one striker, I don't think there's nothing he will add. Because they had Jansen, who didn't really do anything for Spurs. And then Llorente comes in just to sit on the bench.
But it's going to bring a lot of competition in that attacking lineup because you've got now Harry Kane, who had not scored in August. They scored yesterday for England and tweeted, "Thank God August is done."
Yeah.
It's going to be good competition when Loriente comes in, so they have to go all out and score. And then for Tottenham Hotspur, they were not active on the transfers. We have to see how good are they going forward and attacking that one. But another winner had to be Swansea, getting Renato Sanchez for that
definitely.
one. How do you make of Swansea going forward now? Because in their midfield, they have Renato Sanchez on loan from Bayern Munich.
They'll be a good team because I believe that a team has to have a good midfield. This is where you create chances. This is where you create chances to go forward. So I think them getting Sanchez, that's a good move. But I'll tend to differ with my friend here about Lorente. I believe he's a good player, and teaming up with Harry Kane forward. Myself, I was an admirer of him. I wish he came to Arsenal. Way back, we had so many rumors, like we wanted him at some point, but as always, things fell apart.
Yes, as
so
always.
we didn't secure him. But Tottenham right now, they have a good team, and an addition to that team for Lorente, it will be a good thing for them.
I agree with you. Tottenham has got quite a polished squad, but their main undoing has been matters wages for their players. Their players get paid dismally, and probably that might contribute immensely towards the departure of several influential players from Spurs in case they doesn't increase their allowances and salaries. I don't know. Do you agree, Fred?
Yes, I agree, because right now the likes of the cities, Man Cities, they have a lot of money right now. They can pay well, and then they have a good coach. You saw the likes of a good worker left.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, although they got a good replacement in Oria, a cheaper option, of course, because they are not paying good and all that. You know, it will really affect in the coming years Tottenham if they don't change that policy. Yeah.
Remember, it's the touchline on Y254. If you're just joining us, the show is underway, having kicked off at 12, and we do it every Saturday, 12 to 2. Your Saturday will never be boring and dull if you get glued on your screen. That's Y254. Maxwell Wasika alongside Robert Osoro taking you through. And remember, as usual, you can be part of the program. Just join us on our social media handles at Wasika Maxwell, at Osoroberts, at Touchline Y254, at The Touchline on Facebook, and keep your contributions coming. And of course, we also have a new WhatsApp number 0700-345-457. What do you think about the entire transfer window as had been concluded on 31st? Who are the losers? Who are the top beneficiaries? Keep your feedback coming, and as usual, it will be abundantly appreciated. We want to sample it as the program gets underway. Nyambu, talk to us about Chelsea Football Club and the acquisition of Danny Drinkwater as they seek strengthening their defense department and probably retain the title they bagged last year or other season under Antonio Conte. What do you think?
I'll say that Alvaro Morata, we have seen him scoring, so I think he's on the good. He's on the good right now, because people started criticizing him because he was the, what do we call him? The substitute in Real Madrid.
Yes.
So they call him the substitute player, but he's doing good here. So you can never compare whatever you're going to do in La Liga or whatever you're going to do in Premier League. But for me, Chelsea is on the right track right now. But to say they'll retain it, with the current Manchester United squad, it's really going to be tough. I'm really afraid. I can't even talk about Arsenal because we're even in number 16. I can't even talk about top 4 right now.
My direct almost here yank on my ear.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it's the truth, because the last game Chelsea played, they scored 2-0, I guess. So they're good. They're on the right track.
Yeah.
So, but retaining that title will be very difficult.
Don't you think they have lost it more so in the Diego Costa case? Because now Diego Costa has been ordered to training 2 times. Now they have told him, come back to training. He has said, I'm not a criminal. I'm not going to train with the reserves. I did not make mistake. Do you think All in all, Diego Costa as a player is losing, but Chelsea as a team and Conte, they have also lost one good player.
Yeah, they have. You know, Costa is a fighter. You know, this is a guy who has grown up with street football, as we can put it. I don't think Morata is an upgrade on Costa. I may even say that Costa is better than Morata. He's better. I don't think the way they are dealing with him is the right move. They might lose it. He may leave in January, yes, but now the transfer fell through in the last minute of the transfer window, so he remains at Chelsea. They may lose it. With the likes of Lukaku playing at United, and then you leave Costa out of the team, man, it's a big task.
Wow.
And what do you make of Man United acquisitions during the transfer window? Jose Mourinho has been tipped as a manager probably to steer the team and win the title, their 21st since the inception of the top tier, that's English Premier League. What do you make of their acquisitions in Romelu Lukaku alongside other players? You know, Victor Lindelof in the defense is yet to start.
Let me tell you one thing. Mourinho is a major tactician. He knows what he wants. I remember when he signed Matic for Chelsea, he put this statement. There's a player who has a very, very sweet left foot in Matic. That's when he signed for Chelsea. You know, he went to United, he has gone and taken him from Chelsea. Actually, leave Lukaku alone. Matic clicks well with Mourinho's style. That's why you see they're scoring from the midfield going forward. These guys are good. They're good. They're good.
It's an international weekend, and remember there is no any European League fixtures being played this weekend, both local and international. Remember Kenya is taking on Mozambique in a friendly fixture lined up this evening in Maputo, and Stanley Okumbi is leading his charges, an 18-man squad, and is quite buoyant and optimistic that he will register a victory and pick up 3 maximum points. But international also, several friendlies lined up. Ian Waga will be joining us later on a few minutes from now to dissect about the entire international and friendlies and World Cup qualifiers matches that will be played this afternoon and even tomorrow, both continentally and even internationally. But before that, we're talking about transfers as it had been concluded on 31st. Barcelona can't accomplish this segment without talking about Barcelona. They just acquired the services of Ousmane Dembele, and he scored during an international fixture playing for his national team. What do you think of Dembele? Big replacement for Neymar, who joined French moneybags Paris Saint-Germain?
I can say it's a big replacement, but of course he cannot fit the shoes of Neymar. But with the current squad in Barcelona, and we always know Barcelona have a style of playing football that all of us envy. So for him to be there, it's a good thing for the whole team. But them missing out on Coutinho, maybe it was a blow to them because they were really looking forward. Yeah, they were so desperate for Coutinho so that he can, maybe the two of them can really fit in the shoes of Neymar. But maybe in 12 months to come, or whenever they can acquire Coutinho, maybe they'll be in a good place. But for me, I know that Barcelona, they're there always. They have a good team. So they can't really very much complain. But if they get the chances of Coutinho, I think they'll be in a much better place.
But Neymar is irreplaceable in Barcelona, considering the way he has gone to PSG. But when you look at Barcelona at the moment, they just look inferior to Real Madrid, and also they look inferior to Europe because they managed to marshal resources for Dembele, even after Borussia Dortmund really being tough. But Liverpool was tough on them getting Coutinho. Are they missing their cloud? Because now, at the end of the day, it is Madrid ruling Europe, not Barcelona.
True, true. I think financial-wise, Barcelona made a scoop. But pitch-wise, I don't think this guy, Dembele, can replace Neymar. Coutinho would have been a good buy, but I like the stance of Liverpool. Players cannot just go out there, gag their teams into selling them, you know. So I think it has left a big void in the team. And the way things are going, Barcelona in Europe would be a huge task for them.
And contrary to the rivals, Real Madrid has not been busy on the transfer market. Is Zinedine Zidane satisfied with this current squad?
Yes, they have a good squad. They did not need to sign anyone.
Actually,
They
I
have a
was
good
watching
squad,
that conference in Switzerland for the UEFA coaches who are there. The criteria was a manager has to be 100 He has managed 100 Champions League games to be in that conference. And what I discovered was most of the managers there had done their transfers. They are comfortable. Mourinho was there, he's comfortable with his transfers. Zidane is there, he's done with his transfer. Wenger was not there. And
of course, he could not even show up because he's a disgrace. Right now, I think this guy should have left when he won the FA Cup on the Honors. He should have left Arsenal. He should have not taken a new deal, and then left the likes of the Atletico Madrid guy to come in, maybe the guy from Schalke to come in, or Borussia Dortmund to come in, and take this team forward. But I think he's going to spoil his legacy. There's no way he could have even showed up to the likes of Mourinho, and then you remember Mourinho branded him specialist in failure.
now Arsenal fans have to agree with that.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Because outright. Because the way this guy even fielding the team, I remember the game at Stoke. This guy brings in a Monreal to the defense, not wing back, the back three. And you know, Stoke are these guys who are very physical. I think Mertesacker would have been a very, very good player in that position because of the physicality. You know, he's tall. You bring in Monreal short physically, then you lose it. Come to Liverpool, the game at Liverpool. This guy leaves Kolasinac out and then decides to play Bellerin at left wing back. How?
Guys, always a
you
pleasure
cannot do
having
that.
you on
Yeah.
board on the touchline every Saturday. Of course, dissecting about transfers as it happened in the months of August conclusion, or rather culmination 31st, and talking about the beneficiaries and losers in the entire game. Of course, remember European leagues resume and some kick off next weekend after the international break lined up this weekend, and some of the midweek clashes also in the offing. But remember, the touchline continues. Up next, we're talking about matters international friendlies and World Cup qualifiers, both in Africa and even the world at large. Ian Waga joining us on set. The touchline continues. Don't go away. My name is Maxwell Wasike, and Robert Osoro still on this particular platform. Nyambu and Fred, cheers and thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Y254. Imagine.